Good morning, dear children. So, today we are going to study chapter 3 Phrases and Clauses from your grammar book. Children, we have already studied about phrases and clauses in our last classes, and today we are again going to revise the same as well as we are going to study the types of clauses also. What is a phrase? Okay, children. First, we will study about a phrase. A group of words that makes a complete sense but does not convey a complete sense or meaning is called a phrase. What does it mean? It makes a sense but not completely. Okay, वो अपनी बात को completely express नहीं कर पाता है. It makes a partial sense. मतलब आपको near about it will make some sense but you will not be clear with that. Okay, it does not have a subject or a predicate. A phrase does not have a subject and a predicate, so you can't make out that what we are talking and about whom we are talking. Okay, so the examples of phrases are at midnight, an old pair of jeans, once a week, etc. Then what is a clause? Okay, children. Now we are going to the next topic, that is what is a clause. A clause is a group of words making some sense and containing a subject and a verb. Okay, it makes some sense and it has a subject and a verb. Okay, it can alone express a complete thought. What it can do, it can alone express a complete thought. It contains a subject and a predicate. Okay, this clause has a subject, has a predicate. Okay, and it can easily express what this clause trying to say. Okay, some examples are: in the afternoon, since I met you, where we live, etc. Now here are the differences between phrases and clauses. What is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words, whereas a clause is a meaningful group of words. Okay, then a phrase does not contains a verb and a subject, contains no verb or subject, whereas a clause contains a verb and a subject. A phrase cannot stand independently. A phrase cannot express itself independently, but a clause can stand independently and it can express itself independently and it can express what that clause wants to tell. Now we will move to the next part of the chapter, that is the types of clauses. So children, by now we have not studied about the types of clauses. Understood? So now we are going to study about the types of clauses. The first is independent clause. What are the types of clauses? One is independent clause and the other one is dependent clause. The sentence that contains a subject and a verb expresses a complete thought. Okay, a sentence that contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought, it is called an independent clause. Whereas in dependent clause, it has a group of words. It has a group of words that is not a sentence. Okay, that is not a sentence, but that adds information to the main part of the sentence. What does it do? It added information to the main part of the sentence and it is called a subordinate clause. Okay, here we have examples of some independent clause. I picked up a flower. This is an independent clause. What is the example over here? I picked up a flower. The next one is my mom is nice. Next one is mom is nice. The third one is The woman sang. What is the third sentence? The woman sang. Understood? So these are the example of independent clause, and I hope all these sentences are clear to you. They are all making a complete sense independently. उन्हें किसी भी और sentence की ज़रूरत नहीं है अपनी बात को express करने के लिए. Understood? Now the next one is the examples of dependent clause. What we have? We have examples of dependent clause. When I picked a flower for you. But here what happened? Here some sentence is needed. That what happened when I picked up a flower for you. Okay, that you have to add. Then only it will make a complete sense. Okay, then only you can understand the sentence, what this sentence wants to tell you. The second one is, if my mom is nice. If my mom is nice. Again, here you have to put something to express your feeling. If your mom is nice, what she can do for you. Okay. The last one is, because the woman sang. Because the woman sang. It is the last portion, and now what you have to do, you have to add something to understand what happened when, because the woman sang, you like the song or something like that. So that you have to complete. Okay, then only it will make a complete sense. That is why it is called a dependent clause. इसको दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड होना पड़ता है अपनी बात को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए. Okay, I hope you all have understood the topic, children, and now we will do the exercises, and so you will understand, and this topic will be more clear to you. Understood? Thank you.